Hi, I'm Briella, and welcome to my comfy cozy bedroom. I'm going to be convincing you why you need to start journaling consistently. I've been journaling nightly for the past 3 years, and I've also been keeping journals really my whole life, and I have this fat stack to prove it. On October 22nd in 2021, I found this journal on the stairs. My mom had just seen it at Walmart, and she didn't have any plans for me to make it a nightly ritual, but I guess my 14-year-old self saw it as a challenge, and I locked in after that. After the first night of journaling, I really liked it, and I decided that I wanted to journal every single night. I feel like most people, at least once in their life, try to keep a consistent journal and journal every night, but usually it fizzles out after like 3 nights. Thankfully, I actually did keep going though, but it was definitely hard at first. I know that in some of my entries, I'm literally just saying, I am so tired, I do not want to be journaling. My journal entries would be really short or rushed, and I would just lay out everything I did that day, not really going into detail about how I felt or other things on my mind. But probably after a month or two of journaling, it gradually became more comfortable to write, and it was a lot easier to focus on the pages. What really opened my eyes, though, was realizing that this is my journal, and I could do whatever I wanted with it. With this in mind, I started doodling, making lists, starting tallies, just keeping track of tons of things in my life because I could, and it was all just for myself. It didn't have to be perfect or cute, but I could literally put anything I wanted in here, and it was fine. It was okay. It's not for a grade. It's not for people to see. It's not to post to the world, but it was all of my things to keep, just right by my bed. So once I realized this, it became, oh, my power just flickered. Okay, I hope my power doesn't go out. Anyway, this journal made me love journaling so much. And since then, I have filled this many nightly journals. So after this journal, I had this journal, and then this journal, this journal, this journal, now this journal. And this is a special type of journal, which I'm going to explain later. So these are all of my nightly journals. This one starting in freshman year, and now I'm going into my senior year. But even as a kid, I kept a lot of journals. I really do accredit my mom and grandma because they both journal a lot, and I think even as a kid, I saw that and I just picked up on it. These journals are especially sweet because they just have such a childlike, excited, imaginative quality. This one is called My Special Book of Stuff. And now, of course, most of my journals are just filled with pen, writing, doodles, lists, whatever. But some of these, they're filled with pictures. This one has a pin on the page. I did things like taping down bookmarks from the book fair. So they're just very sweet to look back on, and I mean, even the cover, I spelled special wrong, so you can see my mom spelling it for me. But it's just adorable being able to look back. And I mean, obviously, I'm a child, so like, some of the stuff on here is very interesting. Guys, can we bring this vibe back? I miss 2016. Even the journal itself is nostalgic. Like, it's from Justice. I miss Justice. I feel like the world got worse when tween girls weren't able to go to Justice anymore. So bring Justice back. This journal is from second grade, and I loved this journal. It has a lot of writing, and I mean, it's definitely from second grade. It's a little bit hard to read, but, you know. It's just things like this that are so sweet, and journals are such a gift because they are truly a time capsule for yourself. I absolutely love being able to look back and see my life from such a personal perspective. My life has changed so much since freshman year until now, and it's just crazy. Being able to look back and see the things that I wanted then versus all the things I have now, it's really so sweet and it feels so accomplishing. And it's just a good reminder that I've come so far, and it's easy to forget that. So looking back at my journals really reminds me that I'm 17. I'm not 14 anymore. So much has happened in my life. And it's incredible being able to see it laid out on paper, being able to see my thoughts leading up to something, and then when it actually happens. Because no matter how much you think you remember something or remember how you thought, it's just different to see it like on paper, in words, saying things like, oh, I'm so excited to do this, and then it happens. Or being so nervous about something and then realizing it was never that bad. Another beautiful thing about journaling is that it is art. It's artistic because of the storytelling, but also I fill my journals with art. I draw all the time in them, and most of my drawing is done at like 11:52 on a Tuesday night, okay? And I love that because it's not like I was creating these things for someone or for them to be seen. It was just what was in my mind and what I put on the page. It's really fun to look back and see how I drew, and honestly, I feel like journaling really helped me find my personal style and art because I doodle a lot, but my doodles got more of a theme as I kept doing them. So, looking back, there's some pages I really like. Like, this is so cute. I like it. It's so sweet. And I didn't draw this to show anyone. I wasn't getting graded. I wasn't, feeling pressure about who would see it. But I was just drawing to draw. And maybe I was too tired to write words, so I just started doodling. What I like to do as well is sometimes I'll listen to music and just write down my favorite lyrics, draw a picture next to them, explain how they make me feel, different things like that. I always have tons of lists in the back of my journals. This one has crochet ideas. I know some other ones have like plans for my birthday party. They all just have their own unique little thing, and it's really cool to see what was going on with them. I've written pages about my friends and how I perceive them and what's going on in our lives, and it's really fun to go back to those and see like what I was thinking about Michaela or Bella from 2 years ago versus where we're at now, and seeing the things they hope to accomplish and now they're actually becoming real. Lots of my journals have pros and cons lists of past boys I've had experiences with, and lots of angry letters too. As most people know, journaling is also great for managing your emotions. It's really interesting how you can start a page with so much anger or sadness, and by the end of the page, you see your emotions, even in that short amount of time, changing. I've definitely had moments where I'm crying, furiously writing in my journal, and listening to music and writing terrible, horrible, angry things. But then by the end, I can go back and read it and be like, yeah, now it's out. And I feel a whole lot better after that. I think if I had to pick the most special thing about journaling, it would be that it's your own. And it's really important to have things that are special just because they're yours. With the pressures of school, work, social media, there's always kind of this underlying feeling that we need to show everyone what we're doing and that it will be judged. But with journaling, it's just such a nice escape to make things and make things that are special, and they're just for yourself. No one else will see them, and that's okay because they don't need to. I think more people need to start creating things just to create things and have things for themselves and things to look back on and things to be proud of and things to enjoy, and not tie a specific value to it, because it's really not about what you create even. It's just that you created it, and it's just that it's yours and it's personal and it's you and it's your life. I even have journals where it's just scraps. Everybody uses scratch paper. So, like this journal is just completely notes about lists and what I need to buy and different things. But I love it because on this page, on the very first page, I have tools for crocheting. And it's so sweet because this is the beginning of when I started crocheting. And now I've crocheted so many things. I've been crocheting for years, but just this little page is a reminder of where I started, and I didn't even have yarn yet. I have a list of yarn, a hook, scissors, a needle, a stitch marker, and it's just so adorable. I love being able to see where I came from and where I am now. So even if you're having trouble just writing about your day or writing your feelings out, just put your scratch paper into a journal, because even those little bits of life that don't seem important at all will be important again one day, and you'll be happy that you have a memory of the past. Okay, so now that I've told you why I love journaling so much, why it's so important, why you should do it, I'm going to share some helpful and practical ways that you can journal too. And first of all, if you're making the excuse that, oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to write, it's the end of the day, I don't even remember what I did, I can almost guarantee that you are doom scrolling for the last 30 minutes of your day. I think you can write for 5 minutes. I don't know. I think you can do it. I think you got it. I know there's a lot of journals out there that are really cool that walk you through every step of like what you want to say and what you're thinking and your goals and everything. But honestly, my favorite layout that I learned from this first journal is just date, day of the week, one good thing, one bad thing, and then just get into it. I've been using that formula since I started journaling, and it has not failed me since. The first good thing and bad thing are really good for jogging your memory, remembering the highs and lows of the day and your strongest points of emotion. And then from there, just start. Just expand on those or start from the beginning of your day. Write whatever you want. It's yours. Like I said, that's my whole point. It's your journal. So you can write whatever you want. Some days I find that I only have enough to cover half a page, and some days I cover 3 or 4 pages. Also, I know I said that I journal every night, but obviously there are nights where I take breaks. Sometimes I'm at a sleepover or it's vacation and I just can't get to my journal, and that's okay too. Now, this journal is different, and I think this is a really good one for some people, especially if you have trouble writing very much, but you still want to keep records. This journal is called One Line a Day, and it's a 5-year memory book. My mom got me this for Christmas, and it's really cool because it has 5 spots. So it has a spot for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and year 5. So you would fill out the year. So like I started it in 2024. So you do 2024, and it already has the date. So you would write just one line for that day, and then you go to the next page for the next day. But then once you go through 1 year of it, you move down and it's 2025. So you start it over again. And then eventually, after 5 years, you should have all 5 lines on each page filled out. And this is super cool because instead of flipping through a bunch of other journals, you have 5 years worth of one line a day in one page. So right now I'm on year 2, and it's just cool to see what was happening on that exact day 1 year ago. But yeah, I really like this journal. I would recommend it. It's by Chronicle Books. I like journaling to be the last thing I do before I sleep because I feel like it's a good way to just detox my mind, recap my whole day, get out my emotions, get out those highs and lows, and then go to sleep. Get it all out, go to sleep. I think it's a really good practice. It calms your mind, and like I said, I would definitely recommend it. A fun thing about my journals that I've always done is at the end of each entry, I say goodnight. Each time I say goodnight, I try to write it in a different font. I think I started doing it in this journal, actually. Sometimes I do it with hearts or stars or with a bunch of pictures next to it or themed for different holidays. Just another little fun bit of journaling that makes it your own and makes it personal. Okay, I think I've about covered all that I wanted to say about the magic and beauty of journaling, and I hope that this video inspires you in some way to just get a pen, get a journal, and start writing. I don't care if you write in it, draw in it, make a list in it, play tic-tac-toe, use it as scratch paper, do whatever you want, but just start putting things on paper. We are losing physical media, and especially our own physical media. So I think everyone should just start recording their whole lives. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these journals one day, but maybe in 100 years from now, they'll be in a museum, and this will be an exhibition of a American girl's life. I don't know. I think that's wishful thinking. And honestly, I don't think I want people reading my journals. So maybe not. Maybe not a museum. But maybe just bury them with me. Like how they bury pharaohs in their pyramids with like all their favorite things and like all their important things. It would be like gold and jewelry and stuff. Just bury me with my journals. because these are definitely personal. So I don't know if I want that out there. But yeah. Like I said, that's the whole point. These are personal, it's treasure, and they're mine. It's such a joy to look back on all of these beautiful, beautiful things that I created from ages 7 to ages 17. So even if you think it's too late for you, it's not. Just start somewhere, and I promise you won't regret it. All right, that's all I have. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you start journaling. Okay, bye! Cut.